Hey everybody, welcome back to Mining Standard. I'm Corbin Hostler and this is Merfolk. I love Merfolk, it's my thing. This deck makes me so happy, and now we get to play it in Standard again. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the deck may be the best thing that's ever happened, but we are gonna try. So, Merfolk is awesome. I love Merfolk. Why not? Why not, right? So we'll see here. So what the deck is a bunch of the Ixalan Merfolk, some of which are very good. River Sink is sneakily, see what I did there? It was lame, but I did it. It's actually very good. It's really, you put a bunch of counters on it, and if the rest of the board is at all at parity, your opponent has to answer River Sink or they will just die to it. Ooh, looks like we're against blue-black control here. I don't know how I feel about this. We have the hand that's good against creatures here against, but all right, we'll see what we can do. I think I may as well start off with the Mimic. Yeah, these cards not great. This card is awesome, by the way. I think this card's going. This is a standard sleeper, as they say. This blue-black deck, if it can figure out a way to beat Ramanap Red, which it may not be able to, I don't know, but this card is so good. It's just, I mean, it's 2-mana scry every turn, and then it just becomes pure value later on, and in fact, even. You know, it's sort of even ramp also. So somebody asked me if I wanted to play this in taking turns, and because that was my Mighty Modern last week, because I love that deck. I played that deck a lot, and now it has Opt. This might be worth a spot because you play it on turn 2. It scries every turn for you, and then you hit 7 things in your graveyard, and it happens in your upkeep too. You can do that reasonably in like turn 5. It's basically the turn you want to go off around turn 5 or 6 if you have enough cantrips in that deck. And at that point, it becomes a ramp spell because it turns into a land that will then provide value later on. Anyways, sorry, that's not quite what we're here to talk about, but worth noting. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this unclaimed territory here. Choose Merfolk. Looks like I would have been better off leading with the sneak. At least we'll keep the unsummon up here. It's hard to tell. This puts a counter on it. We would have attacked the other way around. I'm not sure what's better. So I'm also playing, if you watch the deck tech, I added this during the deck tech as I thought about it. The Hashep Oasis. Actually pretty good. Things with like River Sneak late in the game and just boom, pump this River Sneak up. This thing is big. Our hand here is a little awkward. At least we now have 5 mana and a boat, and our opponent's actually given us a boat target. So that's in our favor, and we have some cards in our sideboard for control where I actually feel, you know, decent about the matchup. But ooh, we're doing it, huh? Vraska, it's Sultai, not blue-black. All right, let's see what this is. Ooh, a Gonti, huh? That's pretty good. Oh, he's probably playing Hostage Shakers too. All right, well, enjoy. I'm not going to be mad. I can't be salty about this. I love Merfolk. I want to spread that joy with everybody, and Gonti lets me do that. So I can't even be mad that he played this. Face down card entered. Okay, sure. Well, the boat will kill it. I wonder if I should hit the... you know what? I should hit the Gonti, right? I should take this, obviously, but I think I'm going to unsummon the Gonti. With the idea being, then we'll have 4 mana, and we'll play our Herald. Then our opponent will hopefully just tap out or whatever for Gonti again, and then we'll play the boat and kill it. It also allows us to get in for damage this turn. For 5 damage, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I do want to draw some... I don't want to draw any more lands, though. Alright, Herald of Secret Streams. This River Sneak can doubly not be blocked. Is this thing modern playable? I don't think so. Alright, well, I am worried about this search for Azcanta later on. I don't want him to find Azcanta, I know that. Oh, it's a Sunken Ruin, as it turns out. This art's really cool. I love this card. I actually really like Ixalan as a whole, and I realize I'm biased because Merfolk, right? I get that. Please be Gonti again. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Obviously, I'm a little biased because, you know, Merfolk and so on, but I actually really like this cycle of transform cards. like with werewolves, it doesn't feel like a gimmick. I felt like when they went back to it the last time around, some of the cards felt a little more gimmicky. as opposed to sort of just werewolves. But I think these are pretty cool. They transform into lands. I'm a fan of the set. The mechanics also are very simple, but good. And I had this same praise with Amonkhet. If you had told me that 25 years into Magic's, existence, we got what was that? Oh, we got unsummoned. Our own dude got unsummoned. That's fine. If you told me that 25 years in Magic existence, something as simple as dude doesn't untap, ability happens, would not have existed yet. I'm talking about Exert, obviously. I would have been like, no way. That seems so simple, but whatever. And I think Ixalan's the same way. The mechanics, Raid I think is a great mechanic as well. Just when you attack, thing happens. Treasure tokens are a little out there, but the rest of the mechanics in the set, Explorer for instance, I think is a really good one. I'm just a fan of the set as a whole. I think that I just think it's got a lot going for it. It's not overly complex. And it's got some fun tribes. I mean, we could do dinosaur things. Enrage also. If thing is dealt damage, X happens. That's just incredibly simplistic and yet very awesome. Now I am going to kill this thing, even though this might be a bigger problem in the long run. I'm not sure. We'll see, but I don't know. Gonti has Death Touch. Might be a problem. I don't know. Maybe our plan was just, maybe I should hit the Aetherborn since he'd already got value out of the Gonti. And his plan was just to, I don't know. I wonder if Censor would be good in this deck. I have hard counters in the sideboard, but maybe Censor would be good. Okay, so we can do quite a bit here. I suspect our boat's gonna die. I guess we can't crew it yet, so that's a thing. But I'm gonna go with the sneak and the shaper here. So sneak first. And then the shaper. So we can now crew the flagship. That's the important thing here. Look at this. Oh, the triggers. I love it. Okay, so what do I want to put these on? I guess the sneaks. Maybe I should put it on this because he seems like he's got a lot of 3 toughness creatures, but the rest are going to go on the sneaks. Alright, so this is pretty good. Our board's getting up there. Our opponent's going to need some sort of sweeper here. And look, we get to crew it with this Summoning 6 sneak even. So I'm actually going to hold this until because I don't want it to get Field of Ruined, which is the new Ghost Quarter-esque card. So I'm going to hold this until I want to activate it, I think. Alright, let's see if our boat bites the dust here. It does. Okay. You know, that's perfectly fine. We will crash in for 8 anyways. We're just going to erase this Gifted Aetherborn. Our opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. But he's got 6 in his graveyard, so... Oh, no. So if he puts it in his graveyard, he's going to flip this. Okay, well, that's not great for us. But we also just are presenting lethal next turn, I think. Maybe. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, our opponent will be at 13. Unfortunate. I can't play this and do this. But maybe this doesn't matter. This is worth 2 points of damage. This is worth 3. So maybe I can just play this and have lethal. But then again, our opponent... You can see River Sneak being good here because our opponent has to decide what he wants to do with his Aetherborn. Because, you know, you do maybe keep it back to block these things, but at the same time, the River Sneak's going to get you no matter what, so maybe you just want to gain life. Alright, 2 cards in hand, huh? Okay, well, this is not bad for us. Now, this is gonna turn the tide. This is gonna turn the tide out. Yeah, those Merfolk puns, huh? Oh, interesting. He wants our unclaimed territory. Okay. Sure. I'm not sure what that was for. Okay. Maybe we'll find out. Oh, he needed a forest. He needed a mana fix. Interesting. Vraska. Okay. I'll figure out what Vraska does in a minute, but I guess that's one use of Field of Ruin is to mana fix yourself. Alright, that has a billion loyalty. Destroy target artifact, creature, enchantment. Get a token. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, and there goes a River Sneak. Fortunately, this River Sneak can still kill Vraska. No, we don't have to worry about this thing now. Okay, so we'll play out the Herald of Secret Streams. Yep, River Sneak will get pumped. We will play out the Speaker. Sneak will get pumped. Alright, so I'm looking at that can attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not lethal, but enough to kill Vraska. Or you know what? I should... He doesn't have a blocker, so I should just send this at Vraska. This is kind of cool. Magic Online update. Shows a little how much damage... Or how much loyalty the Planeswalker has you're going at. That's cool. Okay, so we'll get in there this... we'll hit him for 6. We'll kill Vraska. Alright, our opponent put a lot of work into getting that Vraska. So, we are out of cards. We do have this Hash Up Oasis. I wonder if we should play 2 of these. This is pretty decent in this deck. Alright, yeah, he's activating in the main phase. That's very good for us. Not sure what he hopes to find. We have a team of unblockable dudes. Are they all dudes? I don't actually know the answer to that. Is this a female? It looks kind of female. These look female. They got on a little merfolk dress. Alright, so not dudes. Fish. Cycling lands, okay. Looks good for the home team here. Alright, look at that we got there. Alright, so to the sideboard, huh? Don't know exactly what our opponent's going to do. I do think that these Shaper Sanctuaries are going to be great here. The Unsummon, not so great. The Unsummon seemed fine, but not that good. The Herald probably just need 1. Alright, that gives us another card. I think I want the Deep-Root Waters. Yeah, our opponent's going to be trying to just kill our guys, so... honestly, all of this seems great. The boat is like the worst, maybe, but the boat was still good. The Blossoming Defenses seem good. I don't know. See, this is where I definitely don't have a great sideboard plan for this deck yet. For instance, I know that in theory, Deep-Root Waters here is very good. And Shaper Sanctuary is good. And heck, maybe even the Spell Pierce and the Negates are good. I don't know. Don't know here. Maybe we can cut a Rishkar and get a Negate. Because I imagine our opponent will have some sort of sweeper. I don't know what it would be in Sultai. I don't have the entire format memorized off the top of my head. I'm not a huge standard player. Learned what I need to know for coverage, but I haven't covered an event yet. Well, a limited event, I guess I have by the time you guys see this. Alright, so, but all of this seems fine. I guess Yahenni's Expertise is what our opponent's going to have. So, 3 toughness is what matters. So we just want to make sure to play around that, which means I want Spell Pierce. Is he maybe Blossoming Defenses? Maybe the way to fight it is Sanctuary. Maybe we cut a Sneak, since Sneak is better in a... Well, he did have creatures. I mean, maybe... I don't know. As you can tell, I don't know the answer here. Maybe I'll cut this. This card's fine, but... Negate, I think. Nissa seems good too. The problem is I want more of these Deep-Root Waters. I don't know what to cut for them. I don't want to cut the boat because he's still going to have multiple X3s, as we can already see. Maybe we cut one of these for another Deep-Root. I'll give that a shot. I don't know for sure here. I don't know exactly what we're looking at, but I know we now have a mix of still creatures and... this hand's pretty good. Gonna need to draw lands, obviously, but pretty good if it does. Ask and you shall receive. Merfolk God smiling on me here. Alright, turn 1 Shaper Sanctuary against a control deck feels pretty good. And there's Aetherborn. Okay, well, we're going to have to just deal with that because Aetherborn's a good magic card. So I think I'm actually going to go with the Branch Walker here. No, maybe not. Maybe, well, yeah, because this triggers on. Maybe we just play the Mimic. Maybe we just accept that we're going to get hit by this Aetherborn a few times. The idea is if we play the Branchwalker, it can become a 3-2 and just trade with Aetherborn now. But I think we just sort of have to commit and understand that he's going to get some damage in with it and then play Deep Root Waters into Branchwalker for us. It's just on the beatdown here. The control beatdown plan. This card, if you don't have your set of these yet, you should pick these up because these are going to get expensive for an uncommon. They're going to be like $2. Aether Revolt was not opened an infinite amount given where it fell in the schedule and so on. And this card is very good. It's a very good necessary card against Robinette Bread and just good against Teamer Energy as well. So you've been warned. Okay, so let's go ahead and resolve this Deep Root Waters while we can. I never actually cast this card in Standard yet, but we're going to see what it does here. Certainly going to get beat unless our opponent's thinking about Spell Piercing it. It's probably just reading it. Alright, we're going to get beat down by the Aetherborn in the short term here. In the long term, next time we get to play... Look at that. Look at that. The value begins. Ooh. Now next turn we're going to have Branchwalker plus negate. We are going to die to these Aetherborn though. Oh my gosh. Make it stop. Aetherborn Tribal's not supposed to be a thing. Oh, double Branchwalker. Okay. Well, this Deeper Waters is going to start doing work because we're going to need these things to chump block. Alright, let's see what we get out of this Branchwalker. Kapala, huh? I think I want to bottom it because actually... Well, this makes it a 3-2, and that's exactly what I want, right? And I don't really need... Well, I do kind of want to land on my next turn. I'm going to bottom it. Or, I guess, put it into my graveyard. I get that it would be very good here, but we have both the Sanctuary and the Deep Root Waters. I'm not... We'll just make some guys. Oh, this is we're going to get... we've been censored. Okay. But the Merfolk train doesn't stop. It does not stop. These are pretty good, given just how beat down we're getting here. I'll trade with one of them. Now, this is why I bottomed it, because I would like to hit land so that I can play Vineshaper Mystic and have Negate up. A non-land card. Oh, okay. Well, just kidding. There goes Negate. That's fine, though, because our opponent's down to one card in hand. And if we draw a land now, we can just slam Gearhulk and make both of these 3/3s, which, granted, we'll just trade it with the Aetherborn, but still. So, and it only has 4 lands, and a deck trying to get to 6 mana for Vraska. That's pretty good for us. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's non-land, not whatever else. Okay. Oh, that's fine. That means we have negates still. For whatever reason, I was thinking it was like Duress, I suppose, is what I was thinking. Okay, well, I don't want to race these. I'm just going to trade. But we have negate up, and we get to take out one of the Aetherborn with just triggers. So our Deep Root Waters has officially traded for a card already. And they have hexproof, so there's not even anything our opponent can do about it. And if it could, we get cards, so... Yeah, I don't want to get censored on the Gearhulk. Hopefully this is a non-creature spell. Perfect. Actually, a really important one to counter, too. Alright, now let's see if we can hit a land. Oh. Ah, we gave him the value. Unfortunate. No cards in hand, though. Oh, well, I guess another Deep Root Waters is all we got. Okay, well. Our opponent is going to get a go off with that. Which is unfortunate. We're very close to having turned the corner there. Looks like our opponent might be the one to do so instead because of this. That negate really did not work out. Although there was really nothing to be done about it. There's no way you let him have this card. This card's insane. Although his mana is kind of constrained, so right now it's actually more valuable just scrying than flipping, but he kind of has to flip it, right? So he's just going to activate it in his main phase, sure. Walk the plank. What does walk the plank do? Oh, the value is so real. We've next leveled our opponent. That's awesome. Alright, now it is obviously worth noting he will get a target on Gearhulk, but our Gearhulk's going to put a bunch of counters on this sneak and or these other dudes. And then it's going to draw us a card when he makes it walk the plank. So this is great value for our opponent, but given what our opponent wants to do, we have some incredible value of our own going on with the Sanctuary in the deeper waters. I mean, we just paid 1 mana to make 4 power. Now we got to take this Aetherborn out of commission. We've made it through the Aetherborn Tribal Rush so far. I guess I shouldn't F6, because if our opponent were to kill this and we draw a negate or something to Spell Pierce, we'd want to have it. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely. Nice. Branchwalker's great. I don't care that he gets to eat our token here. We paid 1 mana and got 2 tokens, and now we get a Branchwalker. And a river. Oh my gosh, we're going to have so many tokens. Just going off with deeper waters here. Oh, look, it even triggers it. Alright, now let's get this, well, hopefully, yeah, get this Branchwalker value going on. So many Merfolk triggers, I love it. Oh, a Nissa, huh? I would like a Nissa. No, unfortunately our opponent knows about it, but... so I'm actually going to hold back this other sneak. Yeah, I'm going to hold back this other sneak because if our opponent does have Yehini's Expertise, I want to follow up, and just 1 river sneak is a good enough follow-up because that puts, you know, 2 tokens onto the board as well. Our opponent's doing a lot of opting over there. This Shaper Sanctuary is clutch. That Nissa is going to be very good as well. And our opponent's even tapping out, so it's a free Nissa. Oh my gosh. It's a free Nissa. He wants to bring it in, huh? No, he does not. Alright, thought better of it. Yeah, I mean, I have no reason to do anything but just play Nissa here. X equals 1. Perfect. Alright, scry 2. Let's set it up here. Well, we don't... Do I want that Nissa? He might never to return our Nissa. He is starting to, you know, get cards going on. Actually, kind of don't want either of these. Or maybe I want the Nissa, but not the Sanctum, because the Sanctum's... I want an untapped land. Although... I could draw the Nissa and then use the Nissa on board's ability to put the Sanctum directly into play. Which is probably about as much value as you're going to get out of it, period. That just doesn't matter. No, that's just not worth it. I'm going to put the Sanctum on bottom, put the Nissa on top, and then draw the Nissa next turn. Alright, we'll get in with these things. Now, our opponent's got a lot of cards going. He's starting to amass some cards over there. And fortunately, he's constrained by mana more than anything else. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a sweeper coming up here. But, I mean, look at this board. Even if he Yehini's Expertise here, and even if he gets value out of it, unless that value is a never to return to kill Nissa, things aren't great for him. And almost everything in our deck. Now, there are more instants and sorceries in our deck than there were before. after sideboarding here, but Nissa on 3 hits basically everything, and that's why it's so good in this deck, because the curve is basically 3 or below. So you get to play it where X equals 1, plus it once, and then just do stuff like this. And I see no reason not to just slam this Gear Hulk. So I can make... There's not really a good way to get around as is. We'll do it like this, though. Because we want to play around Yahenni's Expertise. Which is -3, -3. So getting the 4/4 is good. No, come on. We get a bash in here. Alright, things are looking pretty good for us here. Our opponent, he might just be digging hardcore for the Yahenni's Expertise, but he could have it. And if he does, at this point, we still have a Gear Hulk and a Hexproof 4/4. Oh, well, I guess Bontu's Last Reckoning is something he could also have. Didn't expect that one. It's fine, though. It is why we've played exactly as we've played. And like I said, we have this Nissa value here. Okay, let's... Alright. Doesn't get as big as we'd want it to get, but that's fine. Alright, play the Sneak. This is what's so good about this. There's just no reason to do anything else. I could play Rishkar here, but it's not even worth it. I don't think. Oh, our opponent's lands don't untap. Of course I'm playing this. Crud. I had to think that one through for a minute. Look at that. Our opponent wrathed last turn, and we passed the turn back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power in play. Treasure map. Alright, so this seems pretty good for us. Opponent, again, has plenty of cards, but we're just in a position to rebuild, and this is just going to be great every... Unfortunately, Metallic Mimic on the stack does not count as a Merfolk, so it does not trigger Deep Root Waters, I believe. Yeah. But we still get to just continue going off with Nissa. I would like to put Kabbalah in play. Now, I guess there's something to be said for actually ticking Nissa up at this point. Maybe that's something I should keep in mind. Because if our opponent wraths again, we don't have as good of a follow-up, although it's hard to imagine a worse follow-up. But we may as well, now that our opponent is at a life total where a Nissa Ultimate will kill him, it may be worth it. What does this do? What does this card do? Scry 1, and then sack... Oh, this card's good too. I actually really like our opponent's deck. I think his Robinap Red matchup is probably heavily dependent on Gifted Aetherborn, but I do like his deck. Alright, our opponent also has to find an answer. We lived through the Aetherborn Tribal, although they took us all the way down to 6. And now our opponent has to kill our board. And there's the Yahenni's Expertise, as expected. See what kind of value he gets off of it. Alright, we do get to keep a Merfolk. And you got no value off of it. No, Spell Pierce would have been pretty good last turn when we won us the game. Still not bad here. I wonder if it's... So this X needs equals 6, so you need 8 mana to do it, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna keep going to town with this. There's no reason not to just basically be playing 2 cards a turn. Oh no, we hit the 1 left. Oh, we don't get to put it in play. That's so unlucky. Okay, well, I guess we should go ahead and play out this Mimic. Alright, well, we'll get in there. Yeah, things aren't perfect for us right now. We missed on the last Nissa hit. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand. We have the Spell Pierce, which could be good. Scrying in his upkeep, okay. Yeah, he might pull out of this. I really wonder if I should start plussing Nissa. Well, it's good to know we're going to have another Merfolk plus a Spell Pierce up, so... What is this? That's something I'm going to... Oh, it's a bolus. I'm going to Spell Pierce the crap out of this. Ah, Spell Pierce value. We boarded in one and we got there. That would have been very good for him. Okay, well, that was scary. Won't lie. I still think it's correct to just do this. We basically get to more or less play 2 cards. And if we ever find, there we go, if we just find lands on top of our deck, then it's really getting us value. So I think we do this. It really makes him have another sweeper. And even if he does, then we still get to have this, unless it's a Bantu's Last Reckoning. But this is what puts lethal on the battlefield. And this now survives Yahenni's Expertise as well, thanks to the Metallic Mimic. So our opponent really needs here. These Deep Root Waters in the sideboard have worked out great. I am glad that I both decided to put them in my sideboard and played them here. Alright, so our opponent needs a Bantu's Last Reckoning. Yahenni's Expertise won't do it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana now. So we're 2 mana away from having a Nissa ready to go. Well, there's the Bantu's Last Reckoning. Fair enough. Merfolk's Branchwalker, exactly what we want. So our opponent's lands aren't going to untap. River Sink is great. I mean, basically, literally all we want are Merfolk. So now I'm going to scry because I know what's on top, and I want to draw it. So we may as well tick up the Nissa and threaten. So this is fine, actually. All right, we'll go ahead and pass here. Our opponent's going to have restricted mana to work with, and he actually can't even, because of the way Bantu's Last Reckoning works, I think. Yeah, he can't even activate this or this at the end of the turn because they won't. I mean, he can. They won't untap. All right, so our opponent now needs another sweeper. And he didn't have it. We did it. All right. That was actually a crazy game. That was... he cast 3 Gifted Aetherborns, almost beat it down with Aetherborn Tribal, cast a Nicol Bolas, cast 2 Bantu's Last Reckonings, and a Yahenni's Expertise, and flipped 2 legendary lands, and we won. That was really impressive. Deep Root Waters was insane. Shaper's Sanctuary early, that was the dream. Look at all these cards he went through. Our opponent made it through a lot of Merfolk, but they just kept coming. Like I said, I think I said it at the beginning of the video that Nissa is very good, and Nissa is just insane. Nissa pretty clearly won us that game, I think. Maybe not, actually, probably. They put a lot of extra things into play, but a lot of the times just drawing them and casting them for Deep Root Waters might have done the same thing. But regardless, you saw Nissa was just great there. And it's particularly good in this deck where your curve doesn't stop at 3, but it mostly stops at 3, and most of your things are permanents. So you can just play Nissa on turn 3 for 1 mana, where X equals 1, and immediately take it up to 3, and then from that turn on, you basically just play 2 cards a turn. And you're on the play, whether you have a 1-drop or not, you play 2-drop, it trades with their 2-drop, then you play Nissa, their 3-drop doesn't have haste, so basically any deck but Ramunap Red, you're going to get on tap with this on turn 4 and start the value train, and then they just have to kill it because you're trying to protect it, and you're getting 2 shots at stuff a turn, plus, you know, whatever you actually play. So, a little bit of a rant there, but super happy with Nissa in this deck. Might be good in Standard, I'm not sure, but it's great in this deck. That was mine in Standard. I'm Corbin Hostler. Merfolk is awesome. Thank you for watching.